Good morning to the listeners, the viewers out there. Good evening, night, depending on where you are. Could be just coming home from a party for all you know. That it's another pleasant Saturday, and Roger, the sun is shining where I am, but the cloud is coming over sometimes. It was shining brightly a while ago, and now it's a bit cloudy. I don't know what's like in Toronto because I'm in Montreal.
I know you're in
Um,
the French-speaking colony. Anyway, it's
yeah.
pretty bright here in Toronto, at least where I am in Mississauga. It's looking pretty good. It looks like we're going to have a fairly decent day today.
Okay.
So I
Nice.
am actually looking forward to that. They said the week coming up is going to be cold, like getting to zero on some days. So today's the last day to enjoy, I've been told. So 14 today, 15. Let's see if I can get outside and get some sun before it gets too cold.
Yeah, because after this, it's all downhill and
It's and downhill fast.
fast and a lot of too much cold weather. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I was
Well,
actually woke up this morning thinking about Jamaica for some reason.
for some reason, well, I'm with you on that one. But
Yeah.
Quebec tends to be a lot colder than Toronto, so I can just imagine if you're in Quebec for the winter, how bad it will be.
Oh yeah, it would be very bad if I'm here. But the temperature today is pretty good. It's 19 right now.
Ah, warmer.
So
Look at
warm.
you. You're
Yeah,
warmer
it's
right
warm.
now.
So it's not too bad. So pretty good. But
Yes,
as
indeed.
usual, a lot of sports, World Cup cricket, there's been Formula One, some tennis is going on, track and field, a lot of things. People are changing coaches still, Roger. So,
Yeah, it's like, what is
so
going on here? Nobody's happy anymore. This
uh,
world, I tell you, Ingle, and no one's happy. I want to kidding, but yeah, everyone's trying to be the best person they can be for the Olympics next year. So they're making moves, although some of them are aware that it can take 2 to 3 years to get adjusted to the new coaching environment. So it's a risk that way, but
it's a
people are
risk.
still taking the chance, so it's worth the risk for them.
Yeah, it is. And, we'll see how it works out. But the
Yeah,
Olympics is not a year away, it's just months away.
I
So,
did.
you know,
Less than a year, so it's no joke thing this time. You got to be fully prepared, the best you can be. It's once every 4 years, so you got to make use of this opportunity when it's right here.
yeah. And once every 4 years of world championships every 2 years, is
Every
it?
2 years, every two
Yeah.
years, yeah,
So
yeah.
you've got a lot to work for. But if it don't work out,
And
Olympics is the one that you want to be dominating.
everybody wants to be
You
called
want
the
to-
Olympic champion.
yeah, not the world
That's
champion. I don't remember who's the world champion.
it's certainly not as prestigious as the Olympic champion, but it is up there. It is up
Yeah,
there. It's number two.
yeah, we will talk some track and field later for sure. And
Yeah.
you will update us also on football, what's happening in
Uh,
the
what's going
Europe.
on across the world? Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
what's happening in Europe.
Lots of soccer playing.
Not sure what's happening to Chelsea, but wow.
I know what's happening to them. I think I can't say much because I
All I
mean,
can say is they played the early morning game.
you know what? My team, your team, we're both struggling a bit. So, but
Yeah,
I mean, the fact that you lost today means that uh, you're going down.
down, down, further and further.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wow, it's something that they're not working it out. But who knows?
They should figure it out soon, I hope. They have
So,
a good coach.
mhm,
I don't know what taking them so long to get going.
that's so true. But we'll talk about that later, and we'll just start off as we usually do with some updates on Formula One.
Yep.
And there's we know what happened last week.
Well, it was, I don't even know. I'm still in shock to what happened last week.
Yeah. So we thought that well, Max won, which we figure his six was he will win, but then with the two second and third being disqualified.
Yeah, and you know what, Ingo, to tell the truth, I don't even bother watching most of the time, but last week I had to stop and start watching the race because
Mhm.
Lewis Hamilton had a shot to come and catch him. He
He
was
had a shot.
coming after him hard. I'm like, whoa, am I going to see this upset today? It didn't happen. But then to see afterwards that, he got disqualified for, and it's a big controversy. Well, he's making it into a controversy because he's saying that I was second, I got disqualified, but there were many more illegal cars out there that just never got checked. That's his
Yeah,
argument.
yeah, because they only checked four cars.
Exactly. So
You
if
know,
he
just check.
claims if they had checked Verstappen, he would have been disqualified too.
It's quite possible.
So
They just And they check randomly, right?
Yeah, so that, and it's weird. They don't check the winner, but they check
Oh,
second and third. It's
yeah.
confusing to me. So he may have a point there, but to be disqualified on a technical infringement like that is just, I don't know, it's crazy. But during the race itself, though, they made a bad strategic call. You know,
Yeah, I
I,
think.
I, I, they're saying that they could have actually won the race, even if they got disqualified at the end. But they actually could have won the race.
Hmm.
But they made a call that their tires, their degradation
Yeah,
would be lower than the others, and they made a bad call. And so they choose the one-stop strategy, and it just didn't work out for them.
it worked out.
He
And
lost by less than 2 seconds at the end.
yeah, because he had to do a second pit when he didn't expect he had to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, the
I don't
strategy
know,
was
man.
just not great. And
Can you believe Mercedes got a chance to win a race and threw it away? It's
I know
crazy.
I watched it because I thought it was gonna be the first win for
For that,
Mercedes.
yeah. As I said, I had to stop what I'm doing. I said, no, I got to watch this race, man. But man,
Nothing like
disappointing,
that.
disappointing. But you
Hmm.
know what? Verstappen credit, he found a way to win. That's he's been doing this year, but he's gone over now to Mexico,
Yeah, went
and
on to
he's going
Mexico.
over there with a lot of fire because he's saying there's a booby grade that follows him. So
Mm.
he says he wants them to show him some respect as a triple world champion. So, let's see how that goes. But he has actually beefed up his security, Ingle.
Yes, he's done that, and it's sad when athletes have to do that at any
Yeah,
sport. You know that
it's
you
a
can't
sport.
just, yeah, it's just a sport. It's
Mm.
entertainment, and people take it personal.
I very personal, but I don't know if it's like it could be
Is it?
excessive what is going on here, but for some reason they just don't like him.
People just don't like him. He just does not connect with the people,
It
and
doesn't connect at all, at all. For someone who's so dominant and all of that for so many years now, three
yeah,
years running, nobody
he's,
wants to be with him or seen with him or talk about him. I don't know what's going on.
exactly. But he's won the he's lead. He tops the practices over there too in
Yeah,
Mexico.
he's leading in
Top.
Mexico as well, so he has a good
Um,
shot to win.
I don't know. Hamilton is struggling a bit in the practices, but he
Yeah.
said he feels okay. So maybe when it comes to qualifying later today, he might step it up.
Drop something nice. Yeah, I think he'll be ready again. It shows that Mercedes has figured out some stuff. So they're gonna be closer, and when he's closer, you have a shot, right?
Yeah, when you're closer, you have a shot. So next year,
Yeah.
you can see better things from them.
Oh, that's the hope that
I'm
we can
hoping.
finally break up this dominance by the Red Bull Verstappen.
Yeah, you don't want to see that forever.
And, it's been
So
2 years now, so enough.
enough for sure. Okay, well, if we get the poll, I don't think that. I think the poll will be this afternoon, right? So we probably won't get to that before
Yeah, it's
yeah,
gonna be later today. Yeah.
later today. There's some tennis going on, and in Vienna, there's Medvedev versus Tsitsipas in the semifinal, and Medvedev just beat him actually. So
Oh,
he
he won. That's
won
nice.
6-4, 7-6. Yeah,
He's on to the finals.
he's on to the finals, and he's waiting for the winner of Rublev and Sinner.
Yeah, yeah. Who you like there, Sinner?
I like Sinner actually. Yeah,
Yeah. I think he
Sinner,
should be able to take that one. I think.
yeah.
It's a nice final. Sinner Medvedev. It should be a good one.
Should be a good one. And over in Basel, we saw some wins for Felix.
Felix, finally, he's the
Finally,
defending champion there, and it's like, okay, show up, buddy. It's about time. So he's on his way to the semifinals where he's going to face Rune. So
yeah, but he got
good to
some.
see. Good to see.
He got some challenge from a qualifier.
Yes, he did. He did.
Shlevenko,
Yeah,
7-6, 6-3, 7-6. Well, so it wasn't easy,
it
but he won.
wasn't.
Yeah,
But what, at the end of the day, it's the win that counts. So I
that's
hope he
the
can
truth.
continue because it's long overdue.
It is long overdue.
But I think I saw some news saying that Boris Becker is going to start coaching Rune going forward.
That's what I saw. Yeah, I
Like,
saw some.
wow. I
Yeah,
mean, he's a great coach, but I don't know what happened to him when he had his legal issues.
he had his legal issues. I think he spent some time in
I mean,
prison, and now
yeah,
he's
he's back and he's
yeah.
getting a big name to coach, so that is good for him.
It is very good for him to see he's getting back in tennis and
Yes, yes.
he not cast aside because of whatever happened.
Happened, yeah. He's getting
I
a
think
second chance.
he's getting a second chance with some tax business, I think,
I know, yeah, it does.
So.
He's hiding what he's making.
Yeah, sometimes they claim they don't realize because they're living in a different country, and then,
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it may have some truth to it as well.
yeah,
It may, it may. But when it comes to those big monies, you gotta get somebody competent to handle all of that.
yeah, you do. You have to have good accountants and everything.
Yeah, who will think of everything and don't let anything fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
So, but
Yes.
also, I saw Simona Halep. So of course she's getting a 4-year ban for
Mm-hmm.
breaking anti-doping rules, and she's gone to CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sports. So she believes she has a shot of overturning that ban.
Trying to end up back.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't know what you think. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think so. I don't think she's going to overturn the ban at all.
yeah. Well, CAS is not cheap, so the fact that she went there means she believes she has a shot at it.
Yeah, there's I think there's I don't know who's Tirak. Tirak. He says he don't trust tests, so
Oh,
he's a tennis legend actually from Romania.
okay.
He says he doesn't trust the court of arbitration. Well, he don't think it would help. Clearly,
A lot of people feel it's their bias, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
it's hard to see them overturning these things. It's
Uh,
because then
they
you'll have
usually,
this whole spate of cases coming through.
yeah, they take a long time before they make a call because, as you said, they don't want to have a floodgates open. Everybody think they have a shot. So, if you're gonna overturn something, you got to be very, very, very good at what the evidence you bring forward.
Yes, I totally agree.
Hmm.
So we'll keep an eye and see what happens. But it's sad. Like to see her back playing.
Yeah,
But if she's
she was good. She was
break,
former world number one, right?
yeah, if she's broken the rules and um,
Twice.
twice, yeah, exactly, not just once but twice. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not optimistic for her, but you never know.
Yes, true.
Never
Okay,
know.
I will update you in tennis or any other sport if we hear any scores. Or anything that's worthy of talking about right now. If they've been
Well, the
Netflix.
world
Go ahead.
the World Series kicked off
Oh yeah, the World
last
Series
night. Yeah, so Texas took on Arizona. I don't even know how Texas got there in the first place, but
playing the
they
same.
found a way. They
Go
found
ahead.
a way to get. They found a way to get there, and because everybody thought the Astros would
Hmm.
have kicked them out, but they did not, and Texas was there, and they took game one. A big 6-5
Six
victory
five.
over
Yeah.
Arizona. It's like, whoa, is this an upset in the making here?
Even Arizona, I didn't think they would get
I
there
didn't think
either.
they would get there either.
Yeah,
So,
so two underdogs, if you want to
I
call
know.
it that.
Yeah, that's well going
Yeah,
into the championship games.
champ-
Yeah, they were the two underdogs.
yeah. So 6-5. Well, good lot of scoring in that
Yeah,
first
yeah,
game.
first game. But you know what? Sometimes this still builds momentum, right? So let's see if they can keep it going. But right now they're on a nice little roll.
And to be honest, I had lost track of that. And
Yeah.
the NBA started this week too.
Yeah, yeah. I watched parts of the game last night with the Raptors, and I think they tried their best to lose the game. They found a way to lose. As Jason would say, they snap defeat out of the jaws of victory. So I don't know what happened here. They started off, they were up by like 12 or something like that. Then they were down like by 18. And in the fourth quarter, they were up like 14 or something like that. And just found a way to lose. They went to overtime. DeMar DeRozan was the killer for them for Chicago. He scored 33 points, and he had a chance to win the game twice, and he missed his free throws. So I don't know, but he found a way to win overall at the end.
Mm,
So some bad foul calls though, some really ridiculous fouls, and that's good. But I mean, Raptors are 1-1, and from what I can see, based on what uh, Masai Ujiri said last year, that it wasn't exciting to watch the team, but now I believe from what I've seen in both games, they seem to be a little more exciting to watch.
mm.
And have you seen any games yet, or
I haven't watched any games in full. I've
yeah,
just watched some on and off.
highlights and all of that?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't watched it. Was checking the. I watched some highlights of the Lakers game yesterday, 1-1. I was
they want to
surprised. I was expecting them to go 0-2 to start because I didn't expect them to beat Phoenix, but they did.
Yeah, didn't expect them to
Oh,
be them
boy.
either. Yeah, yeah. Back to the Raptors for a short second. The Dennis Schroeder guy, that is the point guard. So
Mhm.
he's talented. He's pretty smooth. But I'm not sure if he can drive the team to victory because he tends to score more than assist. So I think if he slows down the game a bit, then they may have a shot. But a nice little team. Not sure how far they're gonna go though.
I was a bit surprised actually when they picked him up because I know he was with the Lakers last year. Well,
Yeah,
when Lakers let him go, I thought they would have kept him, I must say.
yeah, yeah,
Lakers, but they let him go, and I was a bit surprised at that. And yeah, if he can fit into the Toronto setup and not just score and do
yeah.
something,
Do some more, but
yeah,
he's very smooth, talented guy. He
very
moves the ball
talented.
really well. I must say. So I look forward to seeing him do some stuff this year. But it's they're up against it. If they couldn't beat Chicago, who's mediocre to tell the truth, in this, I mean, it's not Milwaukee or it's not Philadelphia, so or even New York. I mean, it's difficult. It's going to be difficult for the Raptors.
It will be for sure. Actually, to be honest, the games that I played so far, I expected games. I didn't expect even Golden State to lose a game
I know,
with
I,
that super team that they have,
I know.
but they started off poorly.
You know what though? It's the start, and some of them they don't gel as quickly as they should, and all of that stuff. I'll give it a couple games. After game five, if you're a good team, you should start to find some form of rhythm.
From
Um,
then, yeah,
yeah, then we can see what happens. But yeah, I'm a little surprised Golden State. You'd believe that they'd be crushing opponents right now.
yeah, that's what I thought when I saw that team because they have six players who can start.
Yeah, there you go. And you
Yeah,
only need five. So
yeah. So as
so
you said, maybe they need time to gel and understand
yeah.
each other. So
Although they didn't make a lot of changes, so I'm not sure what's going on with them. You know, it's
yeah,
still the same core, so they should have it covered. But yeah, you just never know.
that's so true.
Never know.
Okay. Spoken about NBA, the NFL is ongoing. I don't know if you've been watching any of the games.
I
Of
think it's just great. A lot of upsets going on out there. I could see. Um, yeah, you don't even know who's going to win from week to week. But I mean, Philly, Philly's looking good. San Fran is looking good.
I think the last, I don't
And
know,
KC.
Buffalo started off well, but
I don't know what happened in the last game.
they won the last game. They're 5-3 right now.
So did you? I don't know. They were playing New England, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
Um,
what is going? New England is the bottom of the barrel here. Like, you're dying out there. What's going? Aren't you a big team? I don't know if they were playing down or what. I don't know.
I'm not sure. That, as you said, from week to week, you don't know which team will show up.
You show up, you just don't know. But I've always liked KC, so let's look out for them. San Fran seems to be very, very solid too, and Philly.
Yeah, they are very, very solid. Some good games though so far. The ones that I've watched have been exciting, so maybe I just picked the right ones to watch at the right time.
Maybe, maybe you have,
Yeah,
maybe you have. I mean, my team is just up and down, and that's how that turns me off. The Dallas Cowboys. So
Cowboys. Yeah, they've not
I,
been consistent.
not at all. I don't know. We need to get rid of that Dak Prescott guy. He's overpaid.
He's overpaid, but they believe in him though.
What's that? They've invested in him, I must say.
Yeah, they believe in him. It's high hopes for him.
Very high hopes, but he's not delivering, man. And man, he's becoming like a Tony Romo.
Wow,
Lots of hype and no results.
the results. Wow, that is not good.
No, not good at all.
Yeah. All right, Roger. We've been updated you on some sports, the other things, and I guess the biggest thing going on in sport that should be because it's the second biggest sport in the world behind soccer, and there's no
I know.
soccer World Cup, so it's the cricket World Cup.
It is.
What a game this morning! I don't know if you watched any of the
I
Australian.
didn't get to watch it, but I saw the scores. And but I think last week I mentioned to you that Australia is probably going to find a rhythm, and it looks like they have.
They have, they definitely have, and they've bounced back in a big way. Everybody
Yeah,
thought after their start they were going to be
they'll be out.
thrown out, and today's game was fantastic. I mean, Australia chasing 388 was never going to be easy.
It's not easy, man.
But
And then when you get a score over 350, you know how it goes, right? It's
yeah,
very difficult.
for New Zealand to come so close. In fact, they needed 19 in the last over, and they got 14.
14, yeah. They made it very interesting. I mean, New Zealand is a well, as you know, they were up top for a while, so yeah, it's a very strong team.
They-
So I said, wow, let's see if they can actually get it, but they didn't. Came close. Came close.
Yeah, and they're doing all this without Kane Williamson, who's still
I
on the
know.
bench.
I
He's still
know.
injured.
When your big inspirational leader comes back, you may see even more stuff from New Zealand.
You probably will. This young guy, Ravindra, though, Achin Ravindra.
Yeah,
scored his second century of the World Cup. He's
yeah,
just 23, and he's playing with some good maturity. He's only
and
one score below 30 so far in this World Cup, so
wow,
he's going along
he's
pretty well.
yep. I guess he's the newcomer that is hitting us now. So
He is, and when you look at the tables, well, before I look at the tables, the other game ongoing today, because today is one of the rare days where you get two games.
2 games, yeah.
Bangladesh struggling against Netherlands. And so Netherlands
Uh,
look like they're gonna have their second win because
I
they scored 229 and Bangladesh is 72 for six.
yeah, I I must say I'm not sure what happened in the Netherlands, but they have been a surprise in a pleasant way for if you're from the Netherlands. I didn't see this coming. I thought first of all I didn't even know how they got there, but now
Mm,
they're there and they're winning. So it's like whoa, maybe I need to take a second look at what's going on in world cricket here because they're minnows in in the sense of the word.
yeah, we know.
A few
Yeah,
years ago, no one
but
even would even mention Netherlands.
yeah, I think what helped Netherlands is the fact that ICC cycle that they have for every 3 years. Netherlands were able to play against the top countries because it's normally the top 12 teams. But for the last cycle, ICC had the 50 over tournament with 13 teams and included Netherlands.
Okay.
So Netherlands was the top minnows, and they
Oh,
were
okay.
promoted to play against them. So they got a lot of experience from doing that, and it shows it's paying off because they're winning some games that are really surprising. And
Yeah, even when they beat the West Indies in that playing tournament, it was like,
it
wait a
was,
minute here. How? I
yeah,
mean, even on our worst day, the West Indies should have been able to beat you. So what happened here?
yeah, you
It
wonder what
shows they had some metal in that team.
for sure. The other thing that surprised me with Bangladesh team seemed to be having some issues when something unusual happened because after the last game, Shakib Al Hassan, who's been struggling with the bat, he went home to
Oh,
Bangladesh. Yeah, he left the World Cup, went home to Bangladesh to work with his personal coach.
really?
Yeah, and there's five coaches in the Bangladesh setup,
That's a big call.
but he left and went home, and they allowed him to go. And
Interesting call.
yeah, because they said he did it in the past and he came back better, but this
Better.
time didn't help this time because he only scored five.
Oh boy. At least he gave it a shot, but no, you're right. It's unusual for that to happen. Really
It's
unusual.
unusual, and it's also to me unusual to allow somebody to leave the
Camp
camp to
in
go,
the World Cup. I mean, I've never heard that happen.
yeah, to go home and work with his
Work with the,
personal coach.
that doesn't make sense at all. I
He
don't
came
know.
back a day before the
I
game.
probably would have kept it quiet and just get I credit the personal coach to come, so it doesn't look so
Exactly.
obvious.
Yeah, but no, he did it the other way, and the Bangladesh seemed to allow him to do whatever he wants.
Once.
Yeah, and
Is that life of a star, English? That when you were a star, is that how they treated you too? You do what you want?
no, I got suspended a couple of times. I got suspended. I think that's what made it different. I was suspended for 6 games once.
Oh my, oh my. You were a little rebel, weren't you?
Yeah, just showing. Actually, the umpire, I felt gave me out. I wasn't out, so I told him, I don't think you're seeing well, so let's both of us get off the field.
Oh my,
So,
well, I think you deserve that banning.
yeah,
Oh boy,
no, it
that's funny.
wasn't the right thing to say at that time, but
No,
in the heat of the moment, you say things.
it's never the right thing to say, but as you were saying, in the heat of the moment, everything is good to go. Everything.
You say some things, yeah. But this World Cup is shaping up. I mean, as we said before, it's 20, what, 20, 45 games.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of games, and we still have a long way to go.
To go, but I mean, just looking at it, I mean, I'm still here thinking about those bass ballers. I mean, what is going
England.
on? Are they gonna this? Are they gonna dismantle this basketball team now?
I think you're going to see some changes in the England team, but they're not going to change their
The
way of
attitude to the
playing.
playing style.
Yeah, I think England they made some mistakes in their preparation. They had a tournament. They played in an ODI series just before the World Cup,
Yeah,
and None of the players who are in the World Cup team were there.
Oh, so it wasn't England playing, then it was England
Was
B.
just England B. So the other guys were given time to just rest and practice and not play together. And I think
Ah,
I saw an article where they were comparing how they prepared the last couple of World Cups compared to this time around.
and they
So,
didn't prepare even close to the other two, right?
oh, who would expect the world champions to be number nine position after
I
five
know. I know.
after the stage?
I was like, when I saw it, I was like, is this for real? But then I saw Jeff Boycott, one of their heroes, was saying the
Hmm.
same thing, that they're underprepared.
Yeah,
That's the problem. They're underprepared.
they're underprepared and just not nobody's afraid of fast bowling anymore.
Yeah,
They think that pace from wood will scare guys, but that's not happening.
not scaring anybody anymore.
That's scaring them. They have a decent team on paper, but it's a
Yeah,
lot
no, they deserve to be higher in the standings for sure.
they deserve to be. I mean, who expected them to lose to Afghanistan?
I don't know, man.
And
Yeah, that one, I was lost on that one.
and then their last game that they played to Sri Lanka was even worse, 156 all out.
Yeah, I would expect that they're going to step up now and do something going out, but to be bowled out for 156 in a 50 over game, it's shows that you just mentally were not present.
Yeah, they're totally not present. So England's got a lot of work to do. We think their basketball methodology. I think leaving out Jason Roy and bringing Harry Brook was a mistake too.
Seems that way, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Harry Brook, yeah, he's a good player, but Jason Roy is so destructive. So
Yes, when he gets, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not going to criticize because in the heat of things they make the decisions, but
mm,
it seems like there was a bunch of bad decisions from England this time.
seems that way. Roger, South Africa is playing very well.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. I mean, are
are
they
we
for
gonna
real this time? Are they for real, or is this the same old choke in South Africa?
well, are we gonna? That's what I'm wondering. Are we gonna see a choke? I mean, yesterday they were a bit nervous. They all made it kind of tough there against Pakistan. They looked like they were going to bowl out Pakistan cheaply. Pakistan came back and did
Exactly.
okay. But then when they chased, South Africa looked to be cruising, and then they
Almost,
struggled in the end
almost
and
gave it away.
almost gave it away. Finally won, and kind of controversial because this you know how it goes. Umpires call.
Yep, yep.
There was a ball that was hitting the wicket, but umpire says not out. So if he's and the reviews showed umpires call. So and they got through by one. So Pakistan too looking like they're gonna be out of the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah. But as I said, they're the team that shows up and then they don't show up, and you just never know. But when they're good, they can be really good. But I think their luck has run out this time. I don't think they're going to be coming through because it's top four, right?
Top four, yeah.
And India is cruising. I mean,
India,
Australia seems to be fighting their way up there, but South Africa and New Zealand seems to be there already. So it's just who's going to be the fourth one?
I think the top four you look at now probably gonna be those South Africa, India, New Zealand, and Australia.
Australia.
Just
Yeah,
as it stands in
yeah.
the standing right now, could
I
finish.
believe those four have a good of the rhythm, and well, India seems to be cruising.
And yeah, and India, England is not easier for them tomorrow 'cause they play India.
India's gonna well, let's see if England shows up against them because it's a big name team. But
They
I
might.
don't know. They may show up, but India seems comfortable, very comfortable.
Yeah, India is very comfortable, and that might be the mistake, and that may
True,
cause it.
true.
England is not going to go down just like that, so they're going
I
to come
believe
back
so.
fighting. And
Well, I hope so. I should say, but I believe so that they will show up and make it a very interesting game because I want to see India get challenged and I want to see England show some guts in this thing.
the top four teams too, they're probably saying like, they're juggling, making jockeying to make sure who they play because one
That's
play four and two play three, right?
it's very, very important actually. You
Yeah.
know, want to know who you want to get in the next game. So it's a critical thing. I think India doesn't care, but I think they're going to top the table from what I could see. But
Mhm.
we'll see if it continues. Let's see if they beat England.
If they top the table, they might very well end up playing Australia, which could be dangerous for
It's
them.
very dangerous. That was just yeah. 'Cause Australia's coming from nowhere and they're fighting their way in, and they are the momentum team right now. So you got to watch out for them. So I wouldn't want to play them at all, to tell the truth.
I'm looking forward to that Final Four, and if it's India and Australia, and then Australia beat them in that semis, wow, all that for nothing.
Oh boy, that's almost unimaginable in India. Can you imagine the home crowd?
Could you know? It's gonna be crazy
They would
because
lose
I
their
mean,
minds.
peaking at the right time is so important. And
It is.
one day in the people say, "Well, it's such a long tournament. Did India peak too quickly and then coming down?"
You never know, and usually that's what happens. It's very difficult to start and just have this good, especially one game a day format.
Yeah,
It's going to be hard to keep your form all the way through top of the form. So it's going to be interesting to see. Right now, Australia started off really badly, and they're rolling.
yeah, they are rolling, and I think Australia. Actually, one of my friends last week put up on his Facebook status that he says, "I'm calling it now. Australia will win the World Cup."
Wow, that's a big call.
As a bold statement, yeah.
Very big call. I don't know. I think I don't know, X factor for me is New Zealand when Kane comes back.
Hmm.
They're going to be extremely dangerous. But if, as for winning the whole tournament, I think it's going to be Australia or India. So whoever, if they play 1 on 4 and that play, whoever wins that game, I think is probably going to
Will
win.
win the World Cup. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
more likelihood of that is happening for sure. And
yeah.
unless New Zealand is so determined to you know, we do the wrong from. I mean, get right the wrong from last time,
Exactly.
correct the
Ex-
wrong from last time. And
Yeah, I don't know. They were a dangerous team. They were a good team through and through. So they deserve to be where they are. And on any day, they have a shot to beat you. Any day.
yeah, they do. In the interest of time, Taraj, we're just gonna there's a lot happening in the World Cup, which will keep you. As we said, we have until the 19th of November, so still a long way to go.
A way to go, man. A ways
Almost
to
three
go. I don't know why
weeks.
they stretch it out so long, man.
It's really too long. But the other tournament that's happening is in the Caribbean. It's the Super 50, and I'm not sure what happens is happening to Jamaica because they
I was
just
this 0-4 thing is just blowing my mind because the combined campuses and the
stay.
kids are beating them. It's just
Yeah,
like,
combined
I am totally
campuses,
confused here.
combined campuses hammered them yesterday.
Destroyed them.
They did, yeah, 320, 198 all out, and Rovman Powell. I don't know if he's reached double figures yet. I, I
That's a
don't.
surprise for me because I thought he had come over that. Well, sometimes I guess a batsman just loses his form, but he's just horrible right now.
I think it's
Horrible.
more than just his form. Must be something mental. Must be something in the dressing room not going right because he's so much pressure on him as captain. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, well, as far as I would look and see, he has mature people in there with him. And you got
he
Blackwood
does.
there, you got, you know,
Chadwick Walton.
Walton is there, Bonner. They have all these guys. King injured, but they have all these guys with so much years of experience. It's
Fabian
like
Allen was there. So
Fabian, it's like, what is happening here? I think it would be easy to motivate them and say, let's do this.
hmm I
And they can't. They just can't. And honestly, at the beginning, I think I told you, I think they had a shot to do something special.
mm-hmm.
I just didn't know it was this direction, something especially bad.
Especially bad, yeah. And
Like,
that's
what is
what
going
they do.
on here?
I don't know what's happening with them. Like, honestly, I was looking for a lot from Mackenzie also. He had one
Yeah,
good
he's there
score
too. He got 82, I think, yesterday, right?
in one of the games, yeah.
Games, yeah.
Other
The
than
80.
that, he's not done much. And
No.
yeah, it's but on
Young
the
and
other,
exciting, but he's not stepping up
it's not
consistently.
not a lot of not a lot of surprise, not a lot. You can't not a lot of standouts to me
Well,
in
Korea, they're saying,
career. Yeah,
he's on a
yeah.
little roll, right?
Well, he's a West Indies player, so he should be dominating as he is. I think the part that's going better for him is his batting has been
Batting,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
that has
his
been
wickets
exceptional.
wise. Yeah, and Trinidad is leading four matches, and they haven't lost yet. They had one no result, but they're 30 points.
Yeah,
Combined campuses. That's the surprise for me. They're in
that's
second spot.
they're beating everybody. It's like, what's going on here?
Leeward Islands at third, and close third, and Barbados three matches, but they're in fourth spot. West Indies Academy also 22 points, but they've played four matches, so
Yeah, Barbados is dangerous. Trinidad is very dangerous. I
yeah.
think I don't want to mark off the combined campuses because you just never know. But Maybe they're getting good coaching. I don't know how they're doing so well, but I think it's going to boil down to Trinidad, Barbados, and let's see what the Leewards really come up with.
Leeward seem to be going. They started off good, but they seem to be going backward. They're just
Uh, th-
Cornwall is not doing what is expected,
okay,
and it's
they've hit
just not
the
going very well for them.
they've hit the reverse.
Yeah, they'll hit the reverse. It's
Uh,
just Kyron Powell. He's making runs very quickly, but I think he's putting them in a bad position because he's scoring quickly and then getting out.
out.
Yeah, so
You need somebody to stay there, man. It's 50, right?
exactly. But the match that's ongoing is Trinidad and Tobago and the West Indies Academy. And the Academy at the moment, 101 for 3 in 23 overs.
Mm.
And Teddy Bishop, he's been playing well, but he got
Playing
run
well.
out. Yeah,
He's been playing really well.
he got run out. And Wickham is also playing well too. So
Yeah, yeah.
couple good youngsters are. It's good signs. Good sign. Just hope they can do the right thing.
You know what? And I think I'm just not being negative here, but I mean, I've seen a lot of good little signs over the last few years. Even look at even Kurt McKenzie, yeah, good signs, but they're just not following through. Let's see if Bishop or these younger ones can follow through. But in general, people show some potential, and you get optimistic and feel like this is the changing of the guard and changing of the fortunes. But it hasn't really happened.
Yeah, it hasn't. Roger, in the interest of time, we got about 20 minutes to go, and just have to talk some track and field, and we have to talk some football, soccer. So if I'm just gonna wrap up with news, just one item, which is West Indies A
Yeah,
women.
women. Yeah,
They're in Pakistan. They've tied the series thanks to Captain Rashada Williams
she
knock of
stepped up
70 runs. She stepped up. So the final decider will go tomorrow, which is
tomorrow.
tonight our time. So
I
if you,
hope they can win. It would be
I
nice to
hope
see them
so.
win a tournament.
Yeah. Not sure if you have anything else to add at cricket. If not, we can just
Yeah, we
yeah,
can
jump
step over to track and field.
track and field.
As I said, not a lot going on the track now as we're coming up to award seasons and all of that type of stuff. So um, it's going to be more what's going on off the field, but moves are happening off the field. I mean, one of the big moves for me was Andre DeGrasse. So he did extremely well at the end of the season. Didn't do so well in the middle of the season or when the season started. But he had changed coaches last year. He had left Raider and went to a new coach, and now he's back to Raider Raider. So it's like, what is going on here? So it's a strange move, but I think this is one that he's most comfortable with. I think he has done really well with Raider. He has been with him for a few years. He left, I think, because of pressure from the association and all of that, because Raider was under investigation. But seems as if that is lifted now, and yeah, it's interesting to see Andre moving. Omanyala has moved. Fred Curley has moved. Marcel Jacobs have moved.
Yeah,
So that's four guys in 100 that has moved. So something is going to be
yeah,
happening this year.
that's so true. Something definitely is gonna be happening.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Um,
on the women's side, Alana Reed, so she won at girls and boys championships in Jamaica last year with a Jamaican record, 1094, and she was saying she's not going to the U.S. She's going to stay with her high school coach who got her there, and then she had a Nike contract, and Nike said, "No way, I'm going to tell you where to go." So they have plucked her
mhm.
from her high school coach. I mean, I wouldn't say they dragged her kicking and screaming, but they probably did. But she's moved over now to be coached by Dennis Mitchell, and she'll be training alongside guess who?
Shikari, yeah,
Shakari Richardson. So let's see how that chemistry works out. It's an interesting move in many many ways. I think her agents didn't seem to be happy. They had no comment, but this was a power move by Nike. They don't
oh,
want apparently they don't want their stars to be training in either college or high school environment because they moved Michael Norman. They
mm,
moved him from University of Southern California, where he has been training forever, and they pushed him over to the camp with John. What's his name again? John. He used to coach Maurice Green, but yeah, he's there now. So yeah, he's gone to a good camp. Don't get me wrong, but he's changing coaches, and he didn't want to go. So a lot of people have been moved, but the shoe company tells you where to go.
Yeah, I was wondering about that move because I was thinking, like, isn't Jamaica the best place for her to train? But
There you go. There you go. Florida's not that bad. Don't get me wrong, but this is a total. With the Olympics coming up, this is a total move for her. She has never lived in the U.S. She has
right.
never know. She doesn't know these people. She don't know this coach. Everything's going to be new for her. She may
Hmm.
adjust. Maybe that may help her focus and adjust. But it's tough for her, especially when she expected that she'd be in Jamaica.
Yes.
That's a tough part. But
It's tough moving to another country. You don't have to meet new friends, and
exactly, because it's already hard to transition from a junior into a senior.
yeah,
Suddenly you leave from this thing where you have all these people around you all the time, and you're on your own with the expectation you got to do this on your own, do that on your own, figure this out, figure that out. It's a huge change for them, and most don't even handle it well, much less to go to a different country, different coach. it's uh, it's
yeah,
been a change for her.
it is.
Talented though, so let's see what she can do this year. But interesting year. There's a lot of movements, a lot of talk. Even Johan Blake, I mean, he moved too. Technically, he's gone with Michael Frater, although Frater was his part-time coach along with Gregor Little last year, but he's moved as well. And he says he believes he has something left in him to do. Paris is going to be his final major, and
Hmm.
he thinks he has more to give. So let's see if he does something. But that's another move in the from the top athletes. Both himself
Yeah,
and Akeem Blake moved. So interesting timing,
very,
interesting
very
time.
interesting.
But the sprint seems to be crazy, with all these moves. So let's see who it benefits the most.
Yeah, we'll see who benefits. Yeah.
Yeah. We also looked at Shakari, as we mentioned, the big name, world champion in the 100. And over there in Texas, she got a school district track field named after her. So,
Yeah,
I think, you know what? I think she's a marketing genius. I think you may see a lot of these type of things happening for her.
she's
Um,
been doing a lot. Yeah.
yeah, she knows how to market
And,
herself. And
actually, last week when they sprint for the
mhm,
Formula One, she
yeah,
presented the trophies.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
So
Uh,
she's doing.
she knows how to get her name out there. She does a really good job doing that. So kudos to her. This is probably the first of many that is going to happen for her. And let's see if she can find a way to win next year as well. But the target is on her back, so it makes it a little more difficult. But on the marketing side, she is number one without doubt. So she's going to do really, really well on that side of things. We also looked at last week. We spoke briefly about Ingebrigtsen boys and Jakob Ingebrigtsen and his two brothers. They claim abuse and violence from their father, and they didn't even want him in the stadium when they were running. But sounds like the police has agreed with them.
Oh,
They
really?
opened an investigation, Ingle. So I don't know. I just feel it just feels funny to hear that your son is coming after you and the police is going after your father. I don't know. Based on
Yeah,
your sons call the police on you, it must be really bad there.
it's got to be.
It has to be really really
Has
bad.
to be really, really bad. Yeah.
It's like, man, oh man. But let's see what comes out of it. I haven't heard anything from the father side. It's just the boys. The boys are the heroes, not him. So you'll hear more from them than him. But we'll see if he can get out of this. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to say for himself. Maybe he's just saying he's giving tough love. I don't know what it is, but we'll find out soon. But it's sad. I don't like this type of stories. Your son going up against the father
Father, no, it's not good.
in a public way like this. Just not
No,
so good at all. So we saw some fake news, and it was sort of funny. It's hitting
a
the
lot.
world athletics. So somebody posted a screenshot um, claiming that World Athletics has introduced a new marathon rule
Mm.
that from 2023 medals will be awarded to the best non-East African runners in addition to the overall winner. So they're saying we know we can't beat East Africans.
So just two
We're gonna give,
categories.
yeah, we're gonna. Oh my lord! And they come back and say, President Sebastian Coe says this is to encourage diversity and inclusivity because
Yeah.
East Africans have a natural advantage. Like, what?
Well,
Oh boy, I found it so amusing. And people, of course, people are going to believe it.
they're gonna believe it. There's a lot of like. Sometimes I see stuff and I wonder if it's really true. Because I even saw, I don't know if you saw it, where there's a picture of Shauna Miller Weibo and said she's calling it now. I'm calling it now. I'm gonna win the 200 and
Yes, yeah,
400.
yeah, yes,
I
yes.
didn't know if it was real or fake news either.
I thought it was, I don't know. I was surprised. I was like, Is she smoking something?"
Yeah, I was
But
because
yeah,
as soon as she said that, I thought of Sharika. I mean, like, how's she gonna beat
I
Sharika?
know, I know. She's not even in the same time zone.
Yeah. So, but then I said maybe it's fake news.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that goes up, and you just have to be so careful. There's so much fake things happening out there. It's hard to separate the real from the
Mhm.
unreal, so it becomes tough. But yeah, it's an interesting time for sure. If people are going to find the time to make citizens fake news like this, so I just don't know, man.
And yeah, you don't know what to believe now when you see online because
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen so many quotes from Tiger Woods which people said don't seem like Tiger.
I know, and it's
Yeah,
likely not him.
it's likely not him. Yeah.
I don't know what people get out of doing that nonsense, but they certainly love doing it. We'll see. Over to Chile now. The Pan Am Games is going on and going on, but I mean, track and field starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
Yeah,
the
so
game start tomorrow then.
yeah, the real part of the game. I know, but there's been a lot of diving and swimming and tennis and badminton and that type of stuff. But the track and field starts tomorrow. Of course, it's a watered down field. I mean, some of the distance races may be interesting. The sprints, not so much. But we'll see how it goes. I think you got to keep one eye on it. You may see somebody come out of this, starting something fresh.
Hmm.
I still believe the timing is just so bad, Ingle, because as you said, the Olympics is not even a year away, and yet they're going to be doing end of season work or doing speed work in the middle of when you should be doing your foundation work.
Right.
So it would mean that I go here now. It's November. Then I take a break and I probably start training maybe December to get to the Olympics in July. While most people have started training sometime in the last week or two. I
Hmm.
mean, you may look and say it's only 3 weeks, but it could make a huge difference when it comes to peaking in time. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, you got to manage yourself differently because you're coming from my games and all of that. So I don't know, but no real big name is there. But it should be an interesting. Jahil Hyde is there from Jamaica. The throwers are there, like Frederick Dakers and all of those guys. So
Right.
not so sure if it's the same impact for the field event guys as it will. I mean, the throwers as it would be for like a sprinter, but definitely interesting to see as we move forward. So next week we'll have all of these results of what happened at the Pan Am Games in Chile.
I have to be honest, Raja, if you didn't mention it today, I haven't watched one. I don't know if I've watched a minute of the Pan Am game, so I gotta have
Not
to
yet.
take a
Not.
time and look at it from tomorrow.
I was like, which channel is this coming on again? but yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think I'm gonna start. Know that my thing I started. I like swimming as well, and I know some of the swimmers from Jamaica. So
Hmm.
I mean, but I haven't watched much of that or any of that. So you're right. It starts tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. Oh boy. Some soccer news, football news, soccer, football depends on which part of the world you're coming and living. But where I'm from is football. In North America, it's soccer. But
Yeah.
I think Christine Sinclair, number
She's
one goal scorer in the history of women's football. She's retired, but she's not just retiring and going away. She's actually going to have four farewell matches across Canada.
oh 04. Wow.
Four. She'll be in Montreal. She'll be in Halifax. She's going to be in Langford, BC, and Vancouver, BC. So 4 games to
Hmm.
say goodbye across the country. So if you can get to one of the games, go out and support her. She was an icon for the game here. She has influenced the game tremendously in a positive way in Canada here. So kudos to her. I mean, she stopped playing internationally, but she still play for her club for one more year. She said she's
Okay.
gonna be like 41, going on to 42. So maybe it's about time. But yeah, if you can give her support as she goes across the country, you should.
Yeah, definitely. She's good. Not
She's
just for Canada, but for the whole world. She's done
yeah, she's done
great things
extremely
for the
well,
sport.
and
Yeah.
nobody has scored more than her. So
Yeah.
she's number one in women's football. So let's taking a look at what's going on this morning. You said your team came out and started
Sure.
off as if they meant something serious, and then the usual happened. They fell apart in the second half.
Yeah.
Chelsea went down 2-0 to Brentford.
Yeah. Do nothing.
I don't know what's going on there, Ingles. They were 10th in the league. I think they're going to be dropping down.
And now, I think they're right now in what, fifth, 11th position right
11th,
now.
yeah, and they'll probably be worse
Depends on
down
this and
after
after.
the games today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we looked last night. Tottenham came out early, and they've moved. Some people are screenshotting that table right now because we haven't seen Tottenham on top for so
For so
long.
long.
that to be 5 points clear. I mean, yeah, Manchester and all those guys are going to be playing this weekend and probably
Well,
get back to two. But
if it stands the way it is now, they'll be 2 points clear of Arsenal at the end of the day. If
the-
Arsenal, yeah,
exactly right. So I have to wonder though, was it Harry Kane holding them back? They traded him and they're number one. What's going on here?
yeah, maybe that's what they're thinking. That's the best thing for them.
Yeah, but they're doing really well. Kudos to them. I mean, most people I know in Jamaica in the '80s loved Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah.
So it's good to see that they're coming back to be a force. But tomorrow, I think for me, is a big day for the Manchester Derby, as it's going to be United against City. Big game, always a big game. I think City has the edge. They probably will crush Man U again, but let's hope not. But
You
big game.
never know because when the teams know each other, you never know.
You just never know. You never,
Because
never
I
know.
thought that Arsenal would have crushed Chelsea a few weeks ago.
I
Chelsea
know.
actually let them back in the game.
I get, you know. And then they show up today and get beaten 2-0. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
up and down, I tell you. In other news, the Jamaica Football Federation, JFF, they have been at war, call it war, with the Reggae Girls that played in the World Cup. So the girls and them are just not getting along. The girls find, I wouldn't say trivial reasons, but they have stood up against them a few times because they're just fed up with the poor behavior. And you have to back the JFF into a corner for them to do the right thing, which is just so unfortunate. So the girls are not fooling around. They are backing them into the corner for them to do the right thing. So that is good. Um, it's
when is
unfortunate
their
because
fixture?
what's that?
When is their fixture supposed to be? Or did they forfeit already?
No, they're not forfeiting. They played Panama. They lost. They actually played good with the B team, and they
Oh,
lost 2-1. And they're
okay.
gonna play Guatemala tomorrow in
Oh,
Jamaica. And nobody even knows about the game, so the stadium is probably gonna be empty. But because it's the B team, there's no stars there to come
and
out
they
and
played
watch.
today also. They played so it's back to back to back. They played today against Chile.
Yeah, that's in the Pan Am games.
Oh, that's Pan Am games. Okay.
Yeah, the Pan Am Games. So that's Jamaica C team. So funny. The B team was supposed to be at the Pan Am Games, the A team at this Gold Cup, and then it turned out that the C team had to be at the Pan Am Games. They're getting 10-0 and 7-0 and all of that. So they're getting hammered over there. While this B team has held their own against Panama, which was a really good game to see. Let's see what they do against Guatemala. They may surprise us and actually win, which would be
Yeah.
really, really good for them. But the JFF has come out now and said, for the record girls, you complain about your money, I'm going to pay you your money tomorrow. So I think they said they got the money now. They've gotten an advance from FIFA to pay the girls. So now they're saying the ball is in your courts, girls. So let's see what happens next. If the girls are going to do anything, but it's just sad to see that you want to watch some soccer, you want to watch the games, you want to see the best teams out there for your country, and I think if you ask me, this is not so much about the money or the treatment that they're getting; it's how they fired the coach. They fought to get this coach as their coach. They had
Right.
they had the previous coach fired in a public way to get this coach, and now this public coach, this coach that everybody loves, they fired him for no reason at all.
It makes no sense.
No sense at all. But let's see what happens next with that. But a law firm, Archer Cummins and Company, he has come out now, and I don't know how true this is. He has described the current JFF board as unconstitutional.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, it says based on the JFF's adoption of a new constitution as its Congress in December 2022, the current board's term, which began September 15, 2019, should have ended in 4 years, September 14th this year, and it has not ended. So let's see if a legal twist is going to come into this one as well. I don't know, but it's just a comedy show if you ask me. A real soap opera. I'm just disappointed. The Jamaica Football Federation is just finding ways to look stupid, and I'm surprised because of some of the quality people. Not so much the president, but the people that are behind him.
Hmm.
That I know they know better. That's all I say. I know they know better. So let's see how that works out. And finally, the kiss of the tournament or the kiss of the year. So Jenny Hermoso, she came off the bench to score a late winner for Spain against Italy in her
Right.
first international game since the World Cup final, where, of course, she got that big kiss from the Spanish Soccer Federation president, which has caused an international uproar. So even with all of that going on around her, Ingle, she has come back and she has found a way to not only play but to score. Kudos to her for being tough through all of this.
She has been tough and she stood up to what she said, although they've tried to make it different. But yeah,
She's a tough cookie, and I like how she has defended her. And I said she's defended herself really
defended
well,
herself. Yeah,
really well. So proud of her. She's showing some toughness, which is just awesome to see.
correct. Before we go, Roger, the Ballon d'Or announcement on Monday. Who's
Yeah.
is
So
Messi gonna win?
no, I hope not. I don't know. I don't think it should be him, but I don't. I mean, there's so many names on that list. Some people are saying Haaland. You
Haaland had a
know,
great season last year.
some say they
Yeah,
should win. So let's see. Some are saying Jude Bellingham, the young kid from England. There, he's gone to Real Madrid and doing well. So I, I think they usually follow the status quo, and they're probably going to give it to Messi.
yeah, he won
Um,
the World Cup. They're gonna go with that.
that's what he did. But I think that's all he did. Really, well, he has done some stuff for Miami, but who's Miami? So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's he did what he needed to do, and maybe he'll just keep on winning trophies because of that. But I don't think he should win.
I don't think so either. But as you said, they might just give it to him because of
Who he is?
who he is and the
Yeah.
World Cup, and he'll have his record, what, eighth Ballon d'Or.
Eighth Ballon d'Or. Can you imagine? Eighth. Wow,
That's just a bit much, but
way too
we'll have
much.
to wait until Monday and
Monday,
see. Yeah,
Monday evening, we'll know. That's for sure.
we've come to the end of our show. Another great show. Time just flies, Roger, when we get into it because
There's
there's so much things to talk about.
so much going on
But
in the public and behind the scenes and everything that we talk about.
yeah, so enjoy your hope maybe your last fall summer day.
It's summer like fall day.
Summer's like fall day. Yeah, let's just hope we get some more before the season. There was snow in Calgary already, so
I know, and whatever happens here comes our way soon. So look out,
yeah,
it's coming. It's coming.
it's gonna come. So enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, everyone.
Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and see you next week.